Hey there, everybody. Welcome into the Four Bros Radio Show. We're here on, March 11th on Friday. Hope everyone can hear me okay. Sorry we're a little delayed. We had difficulties trying to get on for everybody. We're all here. We're missing Sarge tonight, but we're here with everyone else. I'm Jay Mac, the bearded one, here with you tonight, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Syrup Crispy Bacon.
That's it. How's everybody doing tonight?
I think we're doing pretty good. And then below me is Double Dirty Big B. What's going on tonight, man?
Not much. Just got off of work, ready to talk to my bros and see what we got on tap for tonight.
All right, and then next to him is Mess Around. Mess Around, what's going on tonight, brother?
Just driving my ass home. Just got off work. So glad it's over.
All right. Well, that's the introductions there, so we'll get into the show. We hope you guys did joining us live. There are some comments in there. I think Chris can see the comments tonight, so he's going to have to keep us up on the comments and see what everyone's saying on the screen. We can read them. But we thank you all for watching and listening. We certainly appreciate every single one of you. Welcome into the show tonight. Tonight we're going to lead off with something maybe that Big B doesn't want to talk about, because he's a Timberwolves fan and I get how horrible they've been. But we do have to mention that history was made tonight in the NBA. Greg Popovich is now the greatest, the winningest coach. We won't go greatest, but winningest coach of all time. And to me, you guys all can throw your thoughts in, but me, Popovich did it the right way. He's done it in a small market. He stayed with the same team his entire career. He's brought players in. He ran his own style. He didn't even when they won 5 championships in 14 years at the end of Robinson's career, early in Duncan's career. But they didn't. One thing that Popovich didn't do is he didn't conform, I'll say, to another team's style. Like, he didn't play the up and down court game. He slowed every game down. He did it his way. He was going to run his offense, and it's translated into him being the winningest coach of all time. So, Chris, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, congratulations to him. I mean, it's hard to get. Basketball is a different sport, but it's hard to get that many wins. And he did it his own way, his own style, and he's going to be one of the top coaches, for a very long time.
True that. And we were talking about this before the show. Mess around. I'll get your thoughts on this. Right now, yes, he has 2 Hall of Famers that are in the Hall of Fame, and Robinson and Duncan. But you do have to remember that he did also coach Kawhi Leonard for a while. He had some other guys that I mentioned, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, are both probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. Kawhi Leonard's going to be in the Hall of Fame. LeBron's going to be in the Hall of Fame. These guys that were there and that he coached, mess around.
Let's not forget about the key role guys that he had too, like Sean Elliott and Big John Bob. Guys like that. He was phenomenal in the way he got the players to play in the roles that they played. And like you said, he did it all with one team. That's rare. Phil Jackson did it with 2. Riley did it with 2 or 3. So it's rare for a coach to stay at one place for that long and be as successful as he was. So I'd have to put him up there as one of the greatest of all time coaches.
Yeah, I do think, that you brought it up being with one team. I think the only other coach in the top 6 for winningest coaches of all time, Jerry Sloan, I think, is the only other one who did it with one team, and he did it with Utah. his 11 career. So it is a very rare thing. Double Dirty Big B, let's get your thoughts.
No, I mean, all props to him. I mean, winning where he was at for as long as he did. And I mean, you can only name a handful of Spurs that you could tie to Popovich and the team and their championship runs. I mean, to win that many games with one team, phenomenal. I mean, over a career, even if you do it 2 or 3 different teams, I mean, it's still a phenomenal career. But to do it for one career, and have a handful of Hall of Famers a part of it, like Messerel said, I mean, he's got to be up there for another debate on greatest coaches. I mean, everybody's going to throw their name in the hat, but props to him. Great for San Antonio. Something to look forward to. I wish I was able to watch that game on TV or been in attendance, for that. So, props to him.
Still, through all that, even though we take a little bit of humorous side here on the show, and all props to Popovich, I'm still wondering though if his judgment was clouded last year when he picked Keldon Johnson for the Olympic team instead of Murray. Because Murray is far superior to the player. I'm not sure why Keldon Johnson made the Olympic team. Yes, I know we go off about that a lot, but I just don't understand it. I don't understand how Keldon Johnson still never understood. That might be the one controversial call of Popovich's career.
No, you're probably right, J-Mac. I mean, and just think, if you get his best team in their prime, put up against any NBA team right now, I'd probably take the Spurs in their prime. Than any team right now.
I know it sounds like being a homer because I'm a Spurs fan, but I have to say, you had Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker,
Robinson,
and then when you had David Robinson and Sean Elliott as your starting 5, I think those 5 guys can beat any other team you're ever going to put out there.
Oh yeah, in the prime, maybe the Bulls, but I'm talking about right now. I mean, you put those 5 against any guys right now because it's all about the 3 ball right now. And the Spurs don't play that. They play the inside game. And you got 2 guys at Duncan and Robinson that can score at will down low. I mean, I'll take that team any day of the week.
For sure. Well, let's head over to the NFL where we're gonna get mess around's thought to start on the NFL stuff. Hey, what's going on in Chicago, mess around? They're just doing a fire sale. They're trading away everybody and releasing everybody.
So it's his rebuild. They're totally rebuild mode. Trying to get their draft picks and lower their cap. And, they're totally full rebuild mode. These guys aren't the guys that the current GM brought in. So you knew it was going to happen. I said it on my show lunchtime with Mess Around that I could see Mac getting traded, and there he goes. He got traded. I called it. I knew it was going to happen. The other side, he didn't do much for us the 3 years he was there. So
he has been hurt. So.
And he was hurt a lot of the time. Then they went and they cut Tariq Cohen, who hasn't played in 2 years since his ACL. And then Eddie Goldman, they cut him too. And there's probably more moves coming because, like I said, it's a new GM, new coaching staff. They're not the players that this regime brought in, so they're going to bring their own guys in. Coming.
Oh,
that's right. I just left.
Oh, he's back.
No, thanks for that, Mess Around. I think I think the Chicago's rebuilding.
I thought for a second Oprah Winfrey was running the Bears, giving away players. Here's a player, there's a player. I mean, I don't know what the Bears are doing.
They're trying to get younger and like I said, get their cap lower.
True. I could see that. What's going on in Minnesota?
Oh, a lot of talk, no action right now. I've heard anywhere that they are talking about 5 or 6 players that they've had trade talks with. One being Kirk Cousins, and nothing's getting done. So right now, just a lot of talk and no action.
And Chris, what's going on down there in Dallas? Now, before you tell us about Dallas, I got to ask you: do you agree with their strategy so far?
I agree. I guess some of it I do. I'm not quite sure. We got wind of Jarwin, who is our tight end, maybe I wouldn't say number 1, but probably our number 2 or 3 tight end. We also got rid of our kicker, so we're probably gonna have to, most likely find another kicker. And then we're thinking about keeping a couple other players. Mari Cooper's maybe on the market, but they're talking about keeping him, so I don't know. I've heard back and forth reports on that, so.
Okay, but so you be the GM. I'll ask you all this. You be the GM. If you were the GM of the Dallas Cowboys, would you cut Amari Cooper or Zeke Elliott?
Oh.
And keep in mind how well Pollard played last year.
Well, as much as I like Zeke, I'd cut him. Or if you don't want to keep him, if you don't want to cut him, kind of do like you did Dak and restructure his contract. But if he doesn't want to do that, then I'd cut him.
Yeah, see, I think you got to try to get. I think you got to get a little assets for Zeke or Cooper, whichever one. So I would try trading them. You probably get a better package for Cooper, but I think the best move would be to move on from Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And it's a hard thing with running backs because, you for those first couple years, you use them so much. Then they get burned out, and then
the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the report, Chris, where apparently after the playoff loss to the 49ers, Amari Cooper called Dak the black Kirk Cousins?
I didn't hear that one. I mean,
I didn't hear that either.
Comments, but I didn't hear what they were. So I guess because he's getting paid so much, but
no, because he doesn't play.
What do y'all think of the Russell Wilson trade to the Broncos?
I figured they were going to get some quarterback, from another team, but Aaron Rodgers didn't work out.
It worked out well for Seattle. 2 firsts, 2 seconds,
and a 5th, I think. As a player.
And then Drew Lock, that is what it is. They'll probably end up releasing him at this point. Noah Fant, I think that's a good pickup. They need to get tight end up there. That's going to be
Fant. That's probably my favorite part of the whole trade right there.
Yeah.
Them getting Noah Fant.
Shelby Miller, is that the name?
What about the fact that Washington called every NFL team about their starting quarterback for a trade?
Wow, really?
Yep, there's reports they called every team, including Kansas City, for their starting quarterback and what the offer would have been.
Like Kansas City's going to let that one go.
I heard. Now, I did hear that. And I heard that Kansas City told them it would take, it was something ridiculous. It was 5 first-round picks, 5 second-round picks, half their team. They wanted Chase Young. They wanted a couple players on defense. It would have been like they basically Farm for. It would have been worse than the Herschel Walker trade.
Oh,
I wouldn't
no
doubt
doubt.
it.
If I'm picking up that phone call and it's Washington asking about Pat Mahomes, you're talking at least 10 picks. Half of them will be first rounders, and a handful of players on the defensive side just to talk. I mean, we can negotiate after that, but yeah, I just can't believe Washington did that.
If Washington calls me and I'm Kansas City, I'm like, you want what? And I'm hanging up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would give them my demand and then hang up see if they call back. But
Yeah. All right, guys, hold that thought for a minute. We got to run some ads and see the Bills, so we're going to have Chris do that. We'll be right back with you here on the Four Bros Radio Show.
K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Thanks for that, Chris, and don't forget to check out our sponsors. They keep it going here for the network for us to be able to bring you this show and all the good content here on Coast to Coast Entertainment. We're talking NFL. We're talking the moves that have been made, moves that potentially could have been made. So, do we think Jimmy G is going to be traded before the season starts?
I don't think so.
Jimmy G, I heard the Colts are trying to get him.
Yep.
Okay. Colts.
Yeah, it sounds like the Colts are looking at Cousins and Jimmy G, but I think they would prefer Jimmy G. I think.
Okay.
What about the Packers? Aaron Rodgers re-signing there. How do you feel about that?
I think most of us kind of figured that.
It's supposed to be a meme on Facebook that I saw. And it says Tom Brady for years takes less money to get players signed around him. Other quarterbacks take more money, and more money. Brady wins 7 Super Bowls, and the other quarterbacks are like, man, how did he do that?
Yeah.
He didn't take
Just looking at the comments, Tim Hendricks is a Colts fan. He said no, he doesn't want Cousins.
Yeah.
No Cousins, yeah. So here's how I feel about this mess around. I feel like we gave $50 million a year to go to the NFC Championship and lose.
I hear that.
Until he proves that he can win it, I don't have any faith. I really don't. It's crazy to me. It's just crazy. $50 million, and then we franchise tag Devontae Adams for $20.8 million. So we have 2 players costing us $70 million a year.
That's almost over half your cap. Jesus, man.
And you guys are still under the cap, aren't you? Or over the cap, aren't you?
We're still over the cap by almost $16 million, I think.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah. And so they've talked about releasing Zadarius Smith. He didn't play last year, didn't really have an impact. It's crazy to me. $50 million for one player is insane. It's just nuts.
It is.
So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with all that. But
Yeah.
now we got to talk to the thing everyone's been waiting for. You guys know where I'm going with this. Baseball. Baseball's back.
Baseball's back.
Yep.
Back
Finally.
again. Baseball's back.
Thank goodness. Man Clown finally did the right thing.
You guys hear the same thing I did April 7th for opening day?
Yep.
Yeah.
Spring
That'll be
training
good.
or
April
spring
7th
training
is
games.
the thing we'll play all 162.
Yep.
Yep.
Spring training starts Monday.
No 7 inning doubleheaders.
No extra, no guy starting on second in extra innings.
Yep.
Thank God.
I
More
know that was
balanced
kind of
schedule next year.
And the universal DH, I think, was a big topic.
Did you hear about the All-Star game? If it ends in a tie, they're going to have a home run derby to decide the winner.
I love that.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. I like that.
Why not use the All-Star game as a test kind of thing for some stuff?
Because it's the purest all-star game that there is.
Well, that's true, but I didn't say everything. I meant some stuff. Like the tiebreaker.
Right? Yeah, I think it's going to be great. April 7th is open today. We're going to get 150 games.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that a lot of signings haven't happened yet.
I think
Yeah,
they're
they
coming.
said.
We're going to see a lot over the weekend.
Yeah, they said after the signing of at least 24 hours, 48 hours.
Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing some names drop. I think once Freeman drops, I think that's the big one everybody's waiting for. Then we're going to start getting them to drop.
I know Kershaw re-signed with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Carlos Rodon went to the Giants.
Yeah.
Shocker.
And Andrelton Simonton went to the Cubs. Or Simmons or whatever his name is, the Braves old shortstop.
Yeah.
So there's been a few, but there hasn't been a whole lot.
Not the big names.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think Freeman's going to be the first one to drop, and then we're going to start seeing the domino effect.
The Dodgers and Yankees have both made an offer to Freeman.
I'm thinking he might go Yankees.
Atlanta's made an offer too. It's just not publicized like the other two are because it's a smaller market.
If I'm Freeman, I'm going back to the Braves. Let's run it back.
But it's all about money, so whoever's going to have the best offer.
I don't know if it's all about money.
Well, but the thing is the player doesn't have to take the best offer. He can go where he wants to go. I mean,
That's true.
So I think he was looking for. I think they said he was looking for 5 to 6 years. I believe if I heard the reports right, I get all the Braves insider stuff, and I believe the Braves offered him 5 years and $183 million.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that.
Right. No doubt. But I say run it back. I say that they re-sign Freeman and Solaire's still out there. I don't know if we re-sign Solaire, but it'll be nice to have extra outfielder problem next year because we still do have Eddie Rosario under contract.
Yep.
Well, with that universal DH, that universal DH is going to be huge for the National League.
Completely. I agree. Chris, how are the Rangers looking this year?
I think we signed one player today, but other than that, we haven't really signed anybody.
So did you guys hear about who was it that was complaining? It was Joey Gallo. Is with the Yankees now, but he was formerly with the Rangers. When they talked about the shift and how they're eliminating the shift in 2023.
Oh yeah.
His comment was, "Well, I'm glad they're getting rid of the shift because how am I supposed to get a base hit with 6 guys in the outfield?"
Right.
Right.
And I believe it was Nolan Ryan whose response was, "Well, they shifted against Ted Williams, and I'm pretty sure he hit 406."
Yep.
Hit it where they ain't.
See, I think the banning the shift I think was stupid, but I also agree. I think having 6 guys over there was kind of ridiculous. I mean, the shift used to be the second baseman would be short right, the shortstop would be right over second base. I mean, but now it's got ridiculous where you stack 5 guys over on that side.
I get it.
And nobody knows how to hit opposite field.
That's the problem. No one knows how to hit opposite field. Because if you're left-handed and there's 6 guys in right field, guess what I'm doing? I'm half swinging and late, and I'm dropping it right down the third baseline.
Oh, I'm going to You got the third baseman over there alone. I'm dropping a bunt down the third baseline, and I'm going to fly my fat ass down the first baseline. I mean,
right? Right? No, you got to learn how to evolve.
I can still drop a bunt and it'd still get me out because I'm that slow.
All right. Well, tonight, let's see, what are we going to do?
Therapy.
Let's do some therapy, and then we'll go to rugby. I'm not going to do any trivia.
I got a good one for you.
Okay, well, read us off then. Go ahead.
All right, so was it last night? Yeah, this morning rather, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? I wake up to go to the bathroom, and I walk in there and turn on the bathroom light. I take one step, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's water everywhere. The toilet overflowed. Toilet water going everywhere. So I pull up my pants. I do my business, and I go back to sleep, and I don't clean up the water. So the wife gets up, and she's like, oh my God, there's water everywhere. Get up. Help me clean it. I'm like, I'm going back to bed. You can deal with that. And I got so much shit because I didn't help clean it up. I just went back to bed.
Awesome. I could see where you got in some trouble for that one. I think all of us would have gotten in trouble for that.
Yeah, I just went back. I'm like, I'll deal with it in the morning. I'm too tired. I'm going back to sleep.
Now, on the flip side of that, if we would have woke up the lady and said, hey, the toilet's overflowed, come help me clean it, what would we have got told?
I'm going back to bed. You deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not talking just the bathroom. This stuff flooded from the bathroom all the way to my bedroom. It was that bad. It was running that long. And I just left it there. I went back to bed. I wiped off my feet, dried them off, and went back to sleep. I'm like, nope, that's a whole lot of nope. So that's my story.
Big B, what do you got for us?
Oh, what do I got? I don't really have nothing. Home life's been pretty decent this week, so possibly next week, maybe even Monday, I might have something for you. But we got that off and on, good week, bad week, stuff going on. So right now we're kind of good.
Yeah. Do you guys watch that show, Caught in Providence? It's that traffic cop, the old guy. Anyway, he had maybe the greatest quote I've ever heard about being married. He tells people, we've been happily married for 5 years. And his wife looks at him and is like, what are you talking about? We've been married for 52 years. He's like, I know, but we've been happily married for 5.
Nice. I love it.
I actually back in we're still newlyweds. We're probably 5 years into our relationship. And I think it was my mom made a comment. She goes, oh, look at the happy couple. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't say so happy, And oh my God, did I hear from the wife? I'm just like, God, I was only joking.
But it's not a joke.
Oh no.
But they can joke about it with us.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
honestly, if you ever sit and ask me, have you ever thought about, ending my life? They always have an answer of how they thought about doing it.
It's true. Yep.
And then it's always something cynical, like we talked about it once, and for me, I'm like, it'd be easy, just a wood chipper, just be done. And
put a pillow on my face and smother me until I can't, until I'm done.
Would you get remarried again if something seriously happened to me and I'm not here no more?
No.
There's yeah. You say no, and then you're like, well, I want you to be happy. But if you say yes, then you're like, oh, I see what it's like,
Yes, 100 times yes. I mean,
Yeah, because then it's like, oh, well, who would it be? I don't know.
It'd be your best friend. I mean,
The answer's not your sister.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not the correct answer.
No. I know because I've done it before.
I know. But let's go rapid fire. Let's go 2 questions each. I'll go around. I'll start with Big B tonight.
All right.
Let's go vodka or Jaeger?
Vodka or what? Yeah.
Jaeger.
Ooh. That's tough. They're both pretty good. I'll go with my favorite drink. It was a screwdriver, so I'll go vodka.
Okay. All right. I'm struggling because I don't have them right in front of me on my list. They're on my phone, and I'm using my phone. So, gotta think of another one. Okay, so you have one chance. You have to make a decision of saving your wife or your mother-in-law. Which one?
Oh. Man, that's tough. I don't know. I guess I would have to go with the wife because, I mean, she would do more things for me than my mother-in-law would. I mean, but I know how crushed my wife would be if she lost her mom, so I'd have to go with the wife, though.
Probably the correct answer.
It's always a wife.
Right. Let's go mess around.
All
right. Spam or canned ham?
Give me Spam because I can fry it, and I love fried Spam. It's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Favorite kind of cheese?
Favorite kind of cheese? I like Gouda. Or the squeaky cheese, too. Squeaky cheese is good, too.
Here we go. All right. Crispy bacon.
I'm ready.
Okay. When was the last time you've been to second base?
Ooh.
I have no clue.
That's a pretty good dry spell, though.
Right.
That's all right. I'm in the same boat, and I'm married.
Yeah, I mean, we're all in the same boat, so don't feel bad. Just saying.
Yeah.
Chris, get a side chick.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that.
That's not even a good joke usually.
No, it's not.
Usually like that one. Yeah. Anyway. Chris.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh man, I gotta make this one too. Pizza rolls or Hot Pockets?
Ooh, I like both.
Ooh.
Hot Pockets.
Really?
I like both, but
Oh man. Let's take a vote on that one. I gotta know. Pizza rolls or Hot Pockets?
I'm going with pizza rolls because there's a lot more of them than just one Hot Pocket.
that's true. Yeah. I didn't think of it that way.
Man, it's tough. I mean,
It is.
if it's for a snack, then yeah, I'd probably go with pizza rolls. But if I'm going to sit down for a meal, I mean, that's still tough. I guess I gotta go pizza rolls. I guess.
Yeah. All right. Let's go around. Give everyone 30 seconds. So let's start with Chris. Chris, give us 30 seconds.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. On March 11th, 2 years ago, is when sports started to shut down. But now they're back open. So I heard that earlier. So I was like, huh.
COVID, yep.
Mess around.
You know, I was thinking about your second base question to Chris, and if if they had this thing on the hall pass, I would sign me up for that because I'm on a hall pass. Shit.
All right.
Anyways, that's all I got.
Keep checking Coast to Coast out. Sunday, we are planning on doing a special morning tailgate. Talk about some of the moves, some of the trades that's been happening, some of the rumor stuff. And then also this Tuesday, 7:30 here, we're going to start our second season of On Deck. Might have a couple new faces on there, for sure one, but with the season ready to go, we're going to get up and fire with On Deck this Tuesday. So check us out.
Yeah. And I want to announce anyone that is in Oregon or Washington, you are now 1 hour and 6 minutes away from having to not wear a mask. So congratulations on that.
Is that expiring at midnight?
Yes. Midnight tonight, Oregon and Washington no longer have to wear masks. Thank God.
That is.
I want you guys wake up and they've extended it.
I wouldn't put it past that.
You shut your power mouth, Brandon.
But all right. Well, we thank you for listening, watching, however you're getting this show tonight. This is the Four Bros Radio Show. I'm J-Mac the Bearded One. I'm joined by Crispy Bacon, Mess Around, Double Dirty Bacon. You can get this on Mondays and Fridays at 10 Pacific, 11 Mountain Time, 12 Central, and 1 a.m. Eastern. I covered all of them.
Get it.
Lifelong dreams being lived right in front of your very eyes. We couldn't do it without you. We will see you all on the other side.